Blasting in 3, 2, 1. Fire in the hole!
Hello everyone, Dan Hurd with Dan Hurd Prospecting here. Welcome to my channel. Back at the blue chip mine here, I am about to blast off the capstone, the rock on top of a quartz vein here. I'm going to blast it off because I've been intrigued by this quartz vein every time I walk over top of it. So today, I'm going to see if I can access this quartz vein and see what's in it. If this sounds exciting to you, you like watching this kind of stuff, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you never miss more of this kind of stuff being put out on YouTube. So, enjoy! So here's the seam I'm going to be working at today. It happens to be right on the trail that I use every time I walk through. I step right there every time I walk by. But every time I walk by, I see this quartz seam, and I've looked at it so many times. I see these pockets of pyrites that have weathered out. It just looks perfect. A horizontal seam right by where I found all that good gold. It seems to go quite a ways. There seems to be lots of it. It travels back in there. Looks like someone has dug some of it out in the past. But that rock right there is a doozy. I'm not just hammer and chiseling that guy away. So I plan to put a couple charges down on top of there and see if I can blow the capstone off of it and just expose that seam. And then in the future, I'll be able to step there rather than on top. Let's go see what I can do. There are other quartz seams really close by that if this one goes quick and easy, I might try to get some of this other stuff as well. But this is the one I'm intrigued with today. So I kept drilling until I felt this rock get softer, and I saw a change in the color of the dust coming out, which I think means I hit the quartz seam. So I don't want to drill down into the quartz seam very far because I want the blast to be in the rock. I'm going to put a double charge in, and I'm also going to try to weaken the rock along a bit of a fault line. So I'm going to actually take the chisel and chisel a bit of a fault line, maybe even drill a few partial holes to see if I can split the rock along a line and take this chunk off. That's the hope here. One double charge. I'm not going to do a whole lot of blasts. I'm hoping to do this whole job with just two caps, two little sticks of dynamite. Yep, that's it. Okay, here we go. Two of these microblaster charges, little sticks of miniature dynamite, into the hole. One. Oops, right way up. They have a little igniter, place for the igniter to strike on top to set them off. And they say in the instructions you can use up to 2 in one hole. 2. We'll get the igniter and push those down. Okay, here we go. Set them in place. All the way down. This is not attached to the air source yet, so there's no chance of it accidentally going off while I push it in. Gotta find a nice big heavy weight to go on top, a big rock, so it keeps the blast down and keeps this from flying away. And then we're gonna be good to set this off. I have drilled extra holes leading out, so hopefully the crack will propagate out that way, splitting off this rock. These charges are directional. When they go off, they blast out sideways. So the whole, almost all of the force goes out sideways in them, which should, in theory, push this rock out, not blast the top up, in theory. So I'm going to be standing way, way back. Got a long air line here, so we don't want to shake any rocks loose from above. So I'm way back.
I'm going to have my one camera right there beside it. One of these days I'm going to regret leaving my camera so close to the blasts. I'm going to destroy it one of these days. But hopefully we get a good shot. And, oh, I need a rock on top still. Let's turn off the camera while I wait. Okay, camera's rolling. Rock is on top. Perched precariously, but it's on top. It's holding it down. I'm going to now retreat well behind that rock there. So no blast will get me. I'm about to hook it up, and we go. Hopefully I got the camera around the corner enough so it can see it. 3, 2, 1, fire in the hole! Ugh, no fire in the hole. Turn the air on. Hey, let's turn the air on. 3, 2, 1, fire in the hole! 3, 2, 1, fire in the hole!
3, 2, 1, fire in the hole!
3, 2, 1, fire! Now the problem I see with that is my quartz with it. My quartz. Perfect explosion. Except some of my quartz stayed and some of it went for, oh no, there it is right there. Oh good. Ah, it was the top rock that went for, something went for a ride, but exposed a lot of my seam. Look at that. Oh, I thought I lost it all. But nope, there's chunks of it right here. There's chunks of it right there, and then lots of it. That worked way better than I could have dreamed. Oops, I'm losing air. Turn the air off. Turn the air off. That may have been the best explosion I have had. And I didn't lose the rock I wanted. Woohoo! Now time to recover some of my quartz seam. I may have to take some of this to the rock saw, cut it and just see what the inside looks like. A nice clean slab. You can see the hole I drilled stopped right at the top of the quartz. That's the bottom of it right there. Right at the top of the quartz. And when it blew the rock perfectly, exactly where I wanted to. It just shot it right out, straight out like that. It broke up the quartz a little bit, but managed to save the pieces in place. This one I'll probably have to chisel it off the rock that sort of fell out here. Woohoo! Look at that, that's just rotted out pyrites there. That's where you find the gold in pockets like that. There's another big pocket of rotted out pyrite. Now, I was told by some experts that in a vein like this that's horizontal, you will usually find the gold, if it has any, on the bottom edge of the quartz. Because when it's in a fluid state, of course, gold is still heavy when it's fluid in the mixture of water, the hot waters, which is depositing the quartz and gold, and the gold is sinking to the bottom of those waters. Now, I'm not a geologist. I don't really know these things. That actually didn't make that much sense to me because of the way that it's depositing. But anyhow, that's what I was told by a couple of people that should be in the know, that the bottom edge is where the gold should be.
So I may have found my first piece of visible gold right there. You're not going to be able to see it on video. If it is, I'll put it under the microscope and show you. But this piece here might have visible gold on it. Woohoo! My eyes are getting so bad, I can't tell for sure. Well, here's the seam I've been working, all cleaned up. I've taken sort of as many samples out of it as I kind of want for today. I even went and took some out from down here. Took a spot there and a spot down even farther along the same seam, just a little bit down there. Most of it was just off this ledge here. I have a bucket full, and we can take that back and crush it. Ooh. There we go. We can take that back and crush it and see what's in it. See if this seam is holding any gold values. I may have seen one piece of gold go by. It's tough to say though. My eyes are getting really bad. I need glasses. I actually have got glasses now. I just don't wear them very often. But that's the seam I wanted to sample today. So I've got my sample. And the light is failing, but I'm off to do another claim tomorrow. And it's all plaster the next stuff. We'll see how that goes. Now, I did do a tour of this blue chip mine in one of my last videos. If you didn't see that tour, here's a link in the top right corner of this video. Click on that link and it'll take you off to the tour of the mine. And you can see where all my little sites are on this mine. I typically don't dig underground. I'm too afraid of things coming down on me, so I do most of my digging out here on the exposed seams on the surface. Because I don't want to have a bonk on the head with the big rock. That would put a damper on my day real quick. Look at that sunshine out there. Ooh, not even focusing on that. It's too bright. It's so bright out there. Camera's not even focusing. There we go. Beautiful. December in BC. December in the Great White North. Well, time to carry that bucket down. Whew. Heavy.
I've taken some of the quartz seam samples, I've taken them to the rock saw, and I've slabbed them to see what the insides look like. And here's a good idea. Mostly quartz, some pyrites, some nice glittery metallics inside for sure. There are some pockets. Let's have a look over here. Some pockets have completely rusted out pyrites. Limonite just completely gone. We still see some pyrites that are completely intact, haven't oxidized or rusted out at all. And I did find one piece of visible gold on this guy. Now, unfortunately, it's not on the cut surface. I found it, where is it? There it is there. I found it on the end. I found it on the end on the raw surface. I'll take this over to the microscope and show you. It's right there at my fingertip.
Camera won't pick it up. I know because it's small, but there's some visible gold right there. Oh, you can actually see it glitter when I move the rock just right in the camera. There's some gold right there. I'll put that under the microscope though so you can see it. But I don't see any on the cut surfaces. Oh, actually you sort of see that there is a chunk of telluride, and the gold is right beside it, right in beside the telluride. You can see the telluride crystal, but the gold, the camera's not going to focus on it. It's right there on the surface. And then you can see these guys here. Lots of pyrites in little pockets all over the place. The outside, the inside. That there is what the quartz seam looks like when it's slabbed out, cut in a nice fresh cut, so you can see inside the quartz itself. That chunk of pyrite there reflecting out. But only one visible piece of gold.
Here's that piece of visible gold we found. Right on the edge of the cut slab. Hopefully I got it in focus here for you. It's right with a telluride crystal. Hasn't been cleaned up in acid or anything. It's just natural as is, as was pulled out of the rock. It's about as clean as I can get an image with the microscope though. It's not quite focused, but close to it.
So the next step would be to maybe dissolve some of these in some acids to really expose what's there. I've already got one or two pieces going in just simple iron out, but that won't really get rid of all of the rust and whatnot in the pockets. I would have to get some more serious acids. If you want to see the whole process of dissolving these kind of things in acid, I'll leave a link right here in this video, and you can see a whole big video I did on cleaning up specimens, gold specimens in acid. But yeah, clean up some of them, see what else I can see on them, and then crush them down and see what kind of gold content they have. But that there is for another video. So I'm going to end off this video right now with a big thank you to all of my patrons out there for supporting me in my endeavors. If you'd like to learn more about being a patron, you can visit me on www.patreon.com/Dan Hurd. Off to the left are more videos on the Blue Chip Mine. If you want to go and see everything I've done at the Blue Chip Mine, just click on that link. It'll take you off to a playlist that'll show you everything I've done at the Blue Chip. Hopefully I'll have more videos out really soon. Until then, bye.